solve the following literal equations for a given variable, and you must show the steps. All right, let us try. So the first one, you have 3 divide x, that is 3 over x is equal to 4y. All right, and you have to solve this for x. Solving it for x means that x has to be isolated, and preferably you should have it on the left hand side. Okay, let us try to do that. And this 4y, let me write it as 4y over 1. So now you have 3 divide x is equal to 4y divide 1. Or the first ratio 3 over x is equal to the second ratio 4y over 1. It is like your ratio and proportion. A over b is equal to c over t. So if you have a divided b is equal to c divided d, can you rewrite this as b over a is equal to d over c? Of course, yes, you can write it, right? Just you are taking the reciprocals, or you are flipping them. A over b is written as b over a, and c over d is this way. And why I am doing this is for us to simplify this 3 over x is equal to 4y over 1 as x over 3 is equal to, see, 3 divided x I wrote as x divided 3. And 4y over 1 I can write as 1 over 4y. We all know that 1 is always there in the denominator. You can utilize it, right? If you want to write something as a fraction, write 1 in the denominator. Okay, so now I have x divided 3 is equal to 1 over 4y. And as you know, you have to find the formula for this x. X is equal to how much? Now, how do you do that? You're almost there. Once you flip it, you got your answer. So, this 3 is in the denominator, telling us that 3 is dividing that x. So, now in order to cancel that 3 which is dividing, I'll have to use the multiplication property of equality. So, let us multiply by 3 on the left hand side and on the right hand side. So that you use that property, and using the same 3 on both the sides, multiplied by 3 on both sides, and giving you what? 3 and 3 cancelled off. So you got x is equal to how much? 3y. So x is equal to not 1 times 3 is 3. Let me also write it this way. Okay, 1 times 3 is 3, divide 4y times 1 is 4y. So the value of x is equal to 3 divided 4y. That is the answer. See how we isolated that x from the denominator. You got all your steps. Switched, that is numerator and denominators, you have taken the reciprocals, and then we multiplied both sides by 3. Okay, now let me write this. A is equal to 2 times b plus c, and I am looking for b. A is equal to 2 times b plus c. It's almost like perimeter of a rectangle. And you are looking for this b. Solve for this b. Okay, like I said, if you want to solve for that literal variable, so we are trying to find what is b in this. All right, we have to isolate this b. So let us take this whole thing, 2 times b plus c, onto the left hand side. To make our task easier, I am writing 2 times b plus c is equal to a, right? I just switch the left hand side and the right hand side. The LHS became RHS and RHS became LHS. Left and right are switched. So now as I said, this is the one I am looking for. B I want to isolate. So let us remove one thing at a time. And here 2 is away. So let us divide by 2 on both sides. This divide 2 and that is 2. Right? So cancel off 2 on both sides. 2 and 2 cancel off. Then you have B plus C is equal to A over 2. Alright? See, the given thing is A is equal to 2 times B plus C. That 2 is removed in the first step. Right? After switching, you took care of that 2. See, the minute 2 is gone, I don't need this parenthesis anymore. So I just have B plus C is equal to A over 2. Now, to get the value of B, what is B? I am looking for what is the value of B. So what do you have to do? Just get rid of that letter C. And how do you get rid of that letter C? I have to remove it from the left hand side by doing the opposite operation, the inverse operation. So what is the inverse of plus C? It is minus C. So I'll subtract C on both sides. See, positive C, negative C cancelled. You ended up getting B is equal to, so I brought down the B here, is equal to A over root 2 minus C. That is your final answer. Okay. B is equal to A over 2 times C. Further, you can simplify it. 2 times, that is A minus 2C over 2, that is equal to B, by taking the least common multiple and simplifying, or you can stop at this point. So let me go back and talk about this again. Given A is equal to 2 times B plus C, so switch the sides. Left hand side and right hand side are interchanged. So you got 2 times B plus C is equal to A. In the next step, you cancelled this 2. By cancelling 2, only B plus C remained on the left hand side. And from B plus C, cancel off C by subtracting C on both sides. And remember, whatever you do to the left hand side, you will continue to do the same thing to the right hand side. So this type of problems, whether it is area is equal to length times width, and you want to find the width is equal to how much? So length times width is equal to area. I'll divide. I have to remove this L, leaving behind W is equal to A over L. That was L. Okay. So W is equal to A over L. And if you have volume is equal to length times width times height, and if you are asked to find what is the height, write the formula for height. How do you do that? Length times width times height is equal to volume. And you are looking for this H. So only H will be there on the left hand side. Send L and W to the other side by cancelling. Multiplication, opposite of multiplication, you divide it. So cancel off, got H is equal to V over LW. So all these types of problems are mostly commonsensical. Like, you just have to pause for a minute and think, okay, they are asking me to find this B. How can I separate that B from the given scenario? Like in this case, length, width, height. They are looking for a H. So how can I get H from this L, W and H? These are extra things. How do you cancel that? Either you have to think, okay? Alright, thank you.